Kentucky lawmakers sent a bill to Governor Andy Beshear that would affect how the JCPS board and superintendent do their business. But the JCPS board could challenge that bill in court if it does become law. WDRB education reporter Kevin Wheatley joining me right now to break down what happened in Frankfort yesterday and what this legislation could mean for Kentucky's largest school district. It is huge. Kevin, how does Senate Bill 1 directly impact JCPS?
Scott, this legislation singles out JCPS in a couple of key ways. Senate Bill 1 limits how often the Jefferson County Board of Education can meet. If this bill becomes law, the JCPS board can only meet once every 4 weeks to handle administrative matters. Now, the bill doesn't say anything about board work sessions, which we've seen regularly with the JCPS board when they discuss issues facing the district without taking action. The other key piece of Senate Bill 1 regarding JCPS, superintendents will be able to spend up to $250,000 on purchases and contracts without needing board approval. That's pretty significant, Scott. I mean, right now, the JCPS superintendent, Marty Polio, can only spend up to $20,000 without needing to go to the board. So bumping that up amount to about $250,000, that's a steep increase in the superintendent's spending power.
Seems to give him more flexibility and control. How's the board reacting to this decision?
They're not happy. They're not taking it well at all. In fact, we talked to board chairwoman Diane Porter. She released a strongly worded public statement indicating that she would push her colleagues to pursue legal action if Senate Bill 1 becomes law. Porter said Senate Bill 1 would place extreme limits on the board's statutory authority and dilute the voices of Jefferson County voters. Now, Porter cannot decide unilaterally whether the board will sue because that would require a board vote. But I would not be surprised at all to see this go to court if Senate Bill 1 becomes law. No one on the board that I've talked to sounds pleased to see this bill heading to Governor Andy Beshear's desk.
Yeah, so you mentioned it's going to his desk. What about the governor here? There have been a number of vetoes against the Republican-controlled legislature. Will there be one in this time?
I would expect it to happen, at least in part because of the provisions singling out the JCPS board. There are the elements to the bill, like giving superintendents greater power over curriculum and principal hiring and directing how teachers can teach social studies lessons. Even if Beshear vetoed Senate Bill 1, it cleared both the House and Senate with enough votes to override a veto. That takes a constitutional majority in both chambers. That's 51 in the House, 20 in the Senate. The vote was a little tighter in the Senate at 21 to 15, so at least 2 senators would need to change their minds on Senate Bill 1. However, I don't expect that to happen.
Clearly, we expect to see more action on this legislation. Sometimes there are some tweaks that happen as well, right?
Yeah, it could happen. There could be some tweaks that happen last minute, but it's basically in the final form that it's in now. So there might be something that they do in another bill to fix some of the issues in the Senate Bill 1.
All right, well, keep us up to date on what the governor does and the response from the House and the Senate. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.